Good evening and welcome to the Bogus Construction and Sport Facility Management's proposal bid to retrofit the Armory. Located on 33rd and Lancaster in University City on Drexel's campus, the Armory will revolutionize the green facility movement in Philadelphia by bringing an unparalleled sports and entertainment venue to the area. So you might ask yourself, why choose a company that begins with bogus? Rest assured, we bring an open and flexible planning process to incorporate all necessary parties, a wealth of experience in the sport facility construction profession, the ability to stay on budget and complete projects in your time frame, and accessibility to our staff, yes, even the architects during the entire process. To make sure that we are on the same page, we have adapted to the mission and vision statements of Drexel University. They read as followed up on the board. To generate pride through athletic excellence and advancing the integrity, sportsmanship, and academic excellence of all students, the Armory will empower personal growth, diversity, and leadership through a commitment to community outreach. And the vision statement is, 50 years from now, the Armory will exude everything good about Drexel. By improving the architecture landscape and maximizing functionality, this building will transcend Drexel athletics to a premier national program. Here is a quick overview of our entire planning process. Step 1 is to create a SWOT analysis of all your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Number 2, it's on to objectives, and from that you get premises. From those premises, you have to make some decisions as to your direction in order to implement a course of action. Once we've done that, you take a step back and you're able to evaluate the entire process. So let's get in. As we get into the SWOT analysis, the first thing we come to are the strengths. Bogus Construction and Facility Management has over 15 years of experience working with facility managers and owners to establish a safe and electric atmosphere for both sports and entertainment. Also, the Armory is very accessible by the major roadways of 95 and 76, as well as 30th Street Station right there. Also, we're looking to create that one place that Drexel lacks for students to identify with and be proud of. As we move on to the weaknesses, the one thing we must do with this building is create a buzz that will get more of the students out to each of the games, men's and women's. Also, the age of the building increases the chances of uncovering hidden problems once we get into construction. And also, a complete overhaul is necessary in order to meet ADA regulations and be brought up to current building codes and specifications. Now, the sky's the limit with the Armory, and we see that there's many opportunities. The top 3 that we found was to lead Philadelphia in creating an LEED certified sport and entertainment facility with the ability to attract more concerts and events than ever before. Also, we want to create that one building that Drexel Athletics is proud of. And also, the Palestra is at the end of its life, and we hope to attract the Big 5 once the Palestra comes obsolete. The biggest threats to the Armory are the 5 other major Division I basketball programs in Philadelphia: Temple, LaSalle, Villanova, Penn, and St. Joe's. Also, there's numerous concert and event venues such as the Wachovia Center, Citizens Bank Park, the Link, the Liacouras Center. Also, like I mentioned before, in the weaknesses, we could uncover some structural issues and also the current economic climate. As we move past the SWOT analysis and further into the planning process, here are the 4 basic considerations for building any project. 1. How must the facility serve its users? 2. What physical form must the facility take? 3. What are the costs involved in constructing and operating the facility and expected revenues? And 4. What is the duration of the design and construction processes and the life of the facility? Once we were able to establish these guidelines with Drexel Athletics, we were ready to move into development. And due to the complex planning process of a modern sports facility, it is easiest to break it down into these 6 stages. Who is the proposed customer? What type of event is the venue intended to stage? What other services are proposed? What provisions must be provided for spectators? And what provisions must be made for the future? In order to make sure that we're all on the same page, we created a planning committee of all the stakeholders that will be involved with the Armory. People such as the program specialists, such as the organization NIRSA, National Intramural Recreation Sports Association, who has a wealth of knowledge in building sports facilities on college campuses across the entire nation. We need the end users, the students and the faculty and alumni who will be attending the game, finance consultants, maintenance personnel, community representative, management representatives such as the athletic director, Dr. Eric Zilmer, and facility consultants, Dan Simmons, the director of recreation, who just went through the completion of an addition to the athletic center on campus. The point of putting together and meeting with a planning committee is to gain the most important considerations that we need from the spectators, participants, and operators. Some of those main concerns from the spectators lie in safety, sightlines, ADA compliance, customer service, restrooms, and first aid. Now, participants, they're concerned with social spaces, the game review space, the actual playing surface, storage, medical facilities, and the audio and video technology associated with the venue. And also, there's the operator. They need to know where they can advertise to bring in revenue, where their media facilities will be, how they're going to do ticketing, how they're going to maintain and clean the building, plus a public safety system. After all of this, I hope you're better to understand our planning process at Bogus Construction and Facility Management. And now we move on to the history portion of this presentation with Jared.